Now, I know in my last episode on living microgreens, I said my next video would be me actually selling them and letting you know how that process went. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case this time around. And I hope you just kind of bear with me and watch as I experiment because I've never sold live microgreens and I want to make sure that when I do sell them live and in a package the way that I want to do it, that it goes well. I don't want to do it where the first time I try, I bomb because there's a problem with my method, or there's a mold issue, or I've watered them too much and they're too wet, or anything like that. So I'm fine with spending, all kinds of time trialing and learning as I go and sharing with you guys what I learn as I go. So I hope you don't mind that. Yeah, I'm stalling a little bit on actually getting these out there for sale, but I think you'll find it interesting anyway, so watch. So the coco coir worked out great. However, these containers are just a little bit too small. You can see that they're basically like exploding, and there is a ton of moisture left over in them. So if you didn't watch my other two episodes on this, you should go check those out if you're curious what's going on. I'm not going to explain all of it in this short video. But what I'm going to do is, instead of selling these live, I'm going to open them up, let them air out, dry up, and I'm going to harvest them because I just don't like the idea of, selling them like this. They do look really cool. They grew fantastic. So the coco coir works great. I really like the coco coir. However, it's just, the radish is just too big for these containers. And I overwatered them before I closed them up. But I had to close them up because they were getting so big that if I didn't close them when I did, I would never be able to get these lids back on. So like after I open these up now, there's no way I'd be able to get the lids back on without having a bunch of them, sticking around. Let's test that theory right now, though. I'm going to open these up. I'm curious what they're going to look like. Here they are all opened up, and as you can see, they look great. There's nothing wrong with the way the product grew. The product grew perfect. Very nice. Even though, at the moment, they are totally soaked. So, I think I'm going to keep experimenting a little bit more. These containers, I think, will work well for another crop, but radish gets pretty tall, so I don't think I want to use them for radish. And I did put holes in them with my soldering iron, and I wasn't crazy about the job that it did. It kind of, when you pulled the soldering iron away, sometimes you get like a string of plastic, and that's just not desirable. Someone might mistake that for hair or whatever, or just not like the idea that there could be a string of plastic around. Yeah, so I'm going to let these ones dry up and I'll harvest them. I have two more in my refrigerator that I put in last night, so it's been about 24 hours. And my thought on that is I want to see how long will they stay good in the refrigerator. And one of the reasons for that is that it's possible I could still do this with these containers with radish, just that as soon as they start to get towards the top of the lid, is refrigerate them, and that will like really stunt their growth and really slow them down. And if that works out, then this still may be a viable method. But I'm going to keep playing around until I get something I think really works. Still working out how much water to give them. Once you close them up, these holes really don't expel a lot of moisture vapor out of them. And so you don't really need a lot of water. And if they're refrigerated, my thought was that they wouldn't drink any water, but that the refrigerator could dehydrate them. So like if you left your microgreens in your refrigerator uncovered, in a matter of hours, they wilt up to nothing. Doesn't take long to destroy them. Now the coco coir, as compared to the mats, which I still have some growing up here, the coco coir did fantastic. I get no complaints. These are actually drying up. I could probably add a little bit of water or nutrients to them. This one here, this radish, is on the rock wool, and this is a mix on the rock wool, and that's on the hemp, and that back radish here is on the hemp. And see if they look really nice. Really nice roots. And then the basil. Like I said, I'm keeping the basil going on all three of the different... There's some seed holes here from up above. Keeping the basil going on all three of the different grow mediums I started with. Now something like the basil, these containers would be fine for that. The problem is basil takes a really long time to grow, so I'm not sure about growing it like this. We'll have to see. Like I told you in my last video that I really liked the coco coir. And that remains true of full trays. So I'm using the coco coir as well on, this is some, I believe this is purple kohlrabi. Look how clean it is in there. It just looks fantastic. Here's some radish. Now I am watering these with nutrients, but they look great. Take a walk through the radish forest. See what they're doing. Really good, nice and healthy, super clean. This spicy mix. Or a basic salad. That could be basic salad, but the difference between the basic salad mix and the spicy salad mix is minimal. It's I think mustard might be the big difference. There's some basil, but that's not on coco coir. But that basil's doing really well. Some bunchen onion. I was just playing around with. It's not something I grow very often, partly because in order to be profitable, you have to sell it like live and by quantity. So like by area, I mean. Weighing this stuff up, it doesn't weigh anything. So I don't grow it too often, but what I do is I grow it and I harvest it and I put it in a bin or a clamshell and I give it away to like a chef that I really like doing business with as like a gift. And here's some more coco coir with the either the basic salad mix or the spicy salad mix. That's going to do it for episode 3. If you're interested in the seeds I use or the clamshells or whatever, I have all kinds of different links in the description. Those links are affiliate links and they help support me and my time that I put into making all these videos. Give me a little thumbs up if you don't mind. Subscribe if you're not subscribed and you're interested in what I've been doing and what I've been sharing with you, and I will continue to share. Thanks for watching.